friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Liz, my company is Hello From Liz Mathews, and I am excited to spend some time with you today on Friday, August 18th, 2023. It has been 2 weeks since my last kind of regular floss tube catch up with you, although you have seen me here on YouTube, and if you follow me on Instagram, you have definitely seen me over there. It has been a busy couple weeks, but I'm really excited to sit down and just catch up as friends would do here. I'm going to be a little bit scattered. We're going to talk real life, we're going to talk stitching, all the things that you would do if we were, meeting for coffee, a glass of wine somewhere. So I hope you enjoy. I hope that you've done really well these last 2 weeks and that you've got some stitching in. If you have any questions about where to find me, anything I mention, really any detail about what I'm going to chat about in the video today, you can check the description box below. I will link everything there. You should be able to just sit back, stitch away while we chit chat today, and anything you want to know, just click that description box and hopefully I have linked it there for you. So I told you that last week I was not going to have my regular, do you like how after just 1 month is my regular scheduled Friday floss tube? I love having this on my schedule as kind of like a set date every Friday. It's been so great and I hope that you enjoy it too. It means they're kind of smaller, shorter videos, I should say, but I think that is totally fine and I just love starting the weekend with you. Last Friday though, I let you know that I would not be posting a video, and it's because I was taking part in the Common Threaded Stitcher weekend and there was a lot going on. You did find me on Instagram twice going live. I went live on Thursday morning when I unboxed some Happy Mail, which I will show you in a little bit. And then my friend Liz of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch and I went live Friday night just as a virtual chit chat catch up. I talked about my haul. Again, I will show you that in this video too, our plans. So it was a really fun video. If you're interested in seeing it, you can go to my Instagram, which is Hello From Liz Mathews, and check that. It's in the feed. You can watch it at any time. And it was so nice spending some time with Liz and just celebrating Common Threaded Stitcher weekend from the comfort of my own home and just making the most of this community and our shared love of cross stitch. There was a lot of really good things that happened, including new products released from BeStitchMe and Kelly Stadola, that's So Kelly, and also a design, an exclusive Common Threaded Stitcher design from Judy of Judy Whitman, of JBW, excuse me. I will link all of that below, but it was such a good weekend. It was so busy. It was lots of things happening on your phone, and it was just fun to make new friends and to meet new people. So I'll chat about that a little bit more as we get into the things I have to show you. But other than that, it has been hectic. It is new release time for me. It feels so good to be releasing designs again. I haven't released a general collection since Market, which happened back in March, and I felt so overdue. I had been missing it. I just wanted to do a general release for so long, and finally it has happened. So on Tuesday, I shared in a special edition floss tube video that I filmed with my mom, who is Kathy Barrick, my 5 new releases for the fall collection. Feels so good to have them out in the world. So if you want if you want all the details, all the specifics about my 5 new releases, bounce back one video, I'll link it below, and you can see that video and hear me chat in depth about my 5 new releases. They are Boo, Homespun Hearts, and I'm breezing through them now because you can get all the deets back there. Pumpkin House, 9th Day of Christmas Sampler Entry, and Sampler Tree. So those were all just revealed on Tuesday. If you're interested in stitching any of these, contact your favorite shop. They'll be happy to place an order. I am not selling directly to stitchers at this point. You would have to contact your shop. They will be happy to get the designs for you. I also released Where Are You? Got lots of papers here, but apparently not the papers I needed. Oh well, it will wait till next week because I will be here on Friday again. Yay, like I said, I love the new schedule. One thing I wanted to point out is that a question that has come up frequently, and I think it's a fantastic idea. My friend Brijin brought it up for the first time in a live chat I did, and she asked if I would have a tutorial or if I could do a video or talk to you guys about how I stitched these two pieces of fabric together for the pumpkin house. Go back and watch that last video if you want to know what I'm talking about. But I thought that was a fantastic idea. I never want anybody to have any anxiety or feel nervous about working any of my products. So I do plan on doing some sort of tutorial. It will be posted here on YouTube so that you can refer to it whenever you need to. But I just want to go over how I stitched these two pieces together. And that's a pretty common question. So let me just answer that for you now. It is coming. It's going to take a bit of prep because I'm going to need to get some pieces cross-stitched separately so I can show you how I put them together on film. But if you were wondering that too, that's coming. I'm just working on that now. So that was a great idea. Thank you so much, Brijin, for suggesting that. You weren't the only one who was curious, so I will do that for sure. Let's see. All right, I guess that last thing I was gonna mention is gonna have to wait. So anyway, that's the big happenings around here is the new releases. We are getting ready to start shipping on Wednesday. I'm so excited. Joe steps in and helps tremendously in the shipping process. So it's gonna be a busy week next week. I mean, it was a busy week this week too, but next week will be just as busy. I foresee a lot of iced coffees in my future, but I'm so happy to be doing this. I mentioned this in the newsletter, I think. Again, that's linked below in the description box if you would like to get that. And I think I mentioned it in the new release video. This is a new thing for me. I am having my cover sheets professionally printed, and it's such a big jump for my business. It's something I've always wanted to do, but you know, it's a financial investment, and I have just grown to the point now that it's doable, and it just feels so good to be able to do that. So I think that you'll see a visible improvement in the cover sheets and the images for Hello From Liz Mathews designs. Kathy Barrick's doing it too, by the way. And when I opened, let's see, what's the last thing I opened? I unboxed the Homespun Hearts cover sheet last week, I don't know. And I actually gasped. I opened it and I gasped because I think they're such high quality. I can't wait for you to see them. And the intention is to eventually convert all Hello From Liz Mathews patterns, at least all the future ones will be on professionally printed covers. But it's gonna take a while to translate all of the back catalog. So just give me time. But this is a really, really like monumental for my business upgrade, and I just wanted to share that with you because it makes me so happy. So you'll have to let me know what you think. If there's anything that you choose to stitch or stash from the new collection, I would love your feedback. They're heavier, they're glossy, they are crisp, there's no issues with colors. It feels luxurious for the business, and I'm really happy about it. So yay. All right, let's go back and chat about the Common Threaded Stitcher weekend. So good. It was so fun to just like feel the energy of the weekend, even here solitarily by myself. I did make a trip to my LNS. I had it planned for quite a while to celebrate Common Threaded Stitcher weekend. I went to Catonsville to the Stitching Post, which is my LNS. It was really fun. I got to meet so many new friends. Some people I haven't met before, but I made so many new friends there. It was so nice to see people and to celebrate, what was it, World Cross Stitch Day. So if you made it to the Stitching Post, thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you. I hope you found some good treasures. I know I did. I never have enough time there. There's never enough time. But I did make that trip. I kitted something up. I'll show you when I get to whips, but if you want a hint, this is just a portion of the threads. I really didn't get all the things that I had envisioned getting, all the things I had written on my list, but I did get a collection of threads. I'll show you what else I got. I guess we're just going all over the place in this video, but that's okay. So I, of course, picked up the Just Cross Stitch Halloween issue. I don't know if I will stitch anything from here. We'll see, but I just wanted to have it to peek through, to admire all the talent in the community, to read. I like reading the ads, I like reading the articles, all the things. So I am actually going to be saving this. I'm not diving into it yet. I have plans for a trip in September. I'm going to the Attic. Liz of Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch. I can never say that right. And I are going to the Attic for a little girls weekend. So this is going to be my plane reading, and I'll chat with you about that in a little bit as well. But I thought this would be great for that, like, what, 5-hour plane ride for me, 4-hour plane ride. Perfect plane reading. And I also picked up 2 different colors of Petite Treasure Braid by Rainbow Gallery. I got, well, it looks like these aren't, they're not named, but 2 silver-ish versions, kind of an antique silver and this silver. I really, really wish I would have had this. And I mean, I could have gone to get it. I didn't think of it. What am I looking for? Sit tight. I'm sorry. I really wish I would have had this thread when I was stitching all of the snowflakes for the 9th day of Christmas. They kind of blend in, and this would be such a gorgeous pop. But there have been so many times recently that I have been wishing that I had some metallic thread. So while I was there, I was like, I'm just gonna pick some up. So I did. I got those 2 colors in addition to the flosses that I'll show you in just a second and the Halloween magazine. Have you guys gotten the Halloween magazine? I don't subscribe to Just Cross Stitch magazine regularly. I think mostly because I haven't been stitching a lot of other people's designs. I'm usually model stitching, but I always somehow find myself picking up the Halloween and the ornament issue. I don't know why. It just feels like something I have to have as a stitcher, you know? So this year is no different, apparently. I can't wait to look through it, but I will be patient until my trip. So that was Friday of Common Threaded Stitcher weekend. I arranged to have some happy mail. Well, it arrived before Thursday, but I, again, somehow found the patience to wait on opening my happy mail for Common Threaded Stitcher weekend until Thursday morning when the event officially kicked off. But I got 3 more books. You guys know that I have just been all about this French style stitching and the designers Helene Lebert and Veronique Ingenier, and I ordered more books from Amazon. I think we talked about it in my last video. I told you I was ordering something that you probably didn't have to guess very hard to figure it out. You probably knew it was a new stack of books. So I am not gonna go through these in depth. If you want a bit of a flip through, on my Instagram, I did that live unboxing and flip through Thursday morning. So you can go back and find it there. But the 3 books I picked up were this one. I will link it below, both my Amazon storefront and the name of the book. They are all in French. This one. And this beautiful book. I have plans of doing a full flip through of all the books I have in this series collection because I want you to see the insides. They're so beautiful. It's such a delicate style of stitching that I have been enjoying beyond what I can express. So I plan on doing a full flip through for you so you can take a peek at those. But this is what I added to my collection just last week. And in fact, I thought for sure that when I kitted something new up for Common Threaded Stitcher Weekend, I wanted to have a new start for the event. I thought for sure it would be from one of these books. It ended up not being, but they're really, really good. I will be honest and upfront and tell you of all the books that I have from this collection, this French Mango edition print collection, these might be my least favorite. I will just say that, but that is just my personal preference and what I like to stitch. So more to come about these books in the flip through. And if you're really anxious, go check out that live YouTube video. I mean, it won't be live now, but that video I did Thursday morning unboxing and getting ready for Common Thread and Stitcher Fun. I think I show like 3 or 4 designs from each book there, so you can check out what I was at, my first impressions and what they were. Okay. I have been mulling something around in my head and I thought I would chat with you guys about it. I have been gifted so many bits of kindness and people have been so generous with me. I mean, stitchers, they are just generous people. We help each other out. You're missing something, here it is. Let me send you a little gift. Do you want to complete your collection? Here's, I've just been overwhelmed with the generosity I've received lately. And I want to do / make something to give back, to say thank you to these people who have just made my days brighter. So I'm trying to think of something, and it kind of feels along the same lines of like what you would do at a retreat. What would you make for your friends at a retreat? And I'm just mulling over a couple ideas. I thought I would throw it out to you. Have you guys ever made anything specifically as just like a thank you to people in this cross stitch community who are so kind? I really want to have something to give back, and I'm trying to be creative and think of things. If I do, I thought it would be fun to like make some virtually together or just share ideas. So I just thought I would throw that out to you. You all are so creative and I thought I would just ask for your input. I'm going to continue to think about it, but I want something to be able to return to people who are just so very kind. And I have a feeling if you are in this cross stitch community, you know what I'm talking about and you have been shown the same kindness at some point. So anyway, totally random tangenty and something that was on my mind. So stay tuned. I'm going to be mulling that one over. What's over here? I would like to announce a new SAL that is starting. And I can't announce this new SAL without telling you what I have been stitching, because I have been stitching a lot. And I have been stitching something that is just purely for fun. For me, there's no business side of it. It is purely sentimental, and I am 1000% obsessed. We've talked about it before. It is not what I thought I would kit up and start next, because I had been so loving that garden stitching that I was doing and have made no progress on it. So this is still a whip, but I now have a new whip. It's the stocking. Okay, this is the Santa's Wood Shop stocking. It is from the Heirloom Christmas Stockings in Cross Stitch book by Better Homes and Garden. This is like Santa's wood shop. I originally saw this stocking on the pattern on the freebie table at StitchCon. I picked up the magazine from like 1990. I don't know what year it was anymore. From there, I learned that Better Homes and Gardens made a whole collection of stockings, and a friend kindly sent me this book and I flipped through it. They're so fun. They are so, I don't want to say dated. They're an older cross stitch style that is so comforting to me. It's just, the style is so, I don't know, it's so comforting. So I thought when I saw this for the first time, it made me think of my dad. And my dad's dealing with health things. And I'm just feeling very sentimental and emotional about all things dad right now. So I saw this and I thought, Dad, I need to stitch that for my dad. And then I was like, does Dad really need a stocking? Does he want a cross stitch stocking? I don't know. And it began to feel very what's the word? Like unnecessary. Like, I don't ever think stitching is a waste of time, but like, should I be spending my time working on this? And then I was like, yeah, you should. If it makes your heart like happy, and if every time I put a stitch in this, I'm thinking of my dad and our memories together, and then yes, that is what I need to be stitching. Let that like pressure to be stitching purposefully or model stitching, or, you know, let that go and let yourself enjoy it. And that is what I did. It was a decision I made on the way to the stitching post. In the car, I was like, no, this is what I am feeling drawn to, so this is what I'm gonna stitch. It is going to be a long stitch. I saw the thread list. It's an investment of threads, an investment of time. It's not gonna be a quick, easy, mindless stitch, and I don't care. I just decided I wanted to stitch it. Furthermore, this is really funny. I decided that I am not planning on gifting Dad this stocking. I plan on keeping it. I plan on looking at it every holiday season when I pull it out and just think of all the time and the memories that I stitched into this piece, and just selfishly keep it for myself, and it will make me smile every time I see it. So that is the plan. That is what I kitted up, and I truly, I'm not exaggerating when I tell you, I don't think I've ever been more joyful stitching something ever before. Ever. So I have a lot to say about stockings today. If it's not your thing, I completely get it. I can I can check in with you at the next video. But if you want to hear about my stockings, then please stick around. I have a lot to say, including the announcement of this sale. So yeah, I kitted this up. Let me show you where I am, and then we'll dive into all of the details. And this is also something that we chatted about heavily in the Instagram live I did with Liz last Friday night. You can find it on my Instagram channel. And the reason I chatted with Liz so much about it is because Liz has stitched 2 stockings from this book before. She stitched one for her and one for her husband, Rob. And when she was stitching Rob's stocking is actually when I think I found her on FlossTube. And I just remember being in awe and loving it. And so she gave me a lot of inspiration to start, some encouragement, and I'm not going to say too much about it, but she and I have a stitch along going. You will have to check in with her to find out her side of it, but we are doing a stocking stitch along, and we're using the hashtag StitchAStockingSal. Linked below. We invite you to join us. She is an old pro at stockings at this point. I'm sure I will have a million questions for her and for you, but if you've ever contemplated doing a stocking, do it. Do it. It is so joyful. So let me show you. Let me show you where I am, what I have done, all of the details, and we'll go from there. So this is my collection of DMC threads. Everything is charted DMC. And I bought all of the threads with the exception of the purples, because I'm not a purple person. I couldn't even see on the chart where the purple was, and I figured if I want to add purple, I'm sure that I have purple in stash somewhere. So this is the collection of DMCs that were required for the stocking. It's hefty, but you know, it's DMC. Who's not always happy to have extra thread on hand? I have used all of these colors so far. These are yet to be used. I'll get into this box case situation in just a bit, but let me show you what I've done. Oh, okay, I should have undone this. This is the start to my dad's stocking. What you are looking at, where's the book? You are looking at a dollhouse and then like Santa's blanket draped over a stool, and then the start to his wood bench over here in blue. That is how far I've gotten. This is, when did I start this? Did I start it? I don't think I started it on Friday. I think I probably started it on Saturday or Sunday. So this is a little less than a week's worth of stitching. This stitching is time consuming. I have lots of thoughts on the chart and that whole process, and I will share with you what I am doing, but it's time consuming and just really magical to see everything come together. Now, I plan on doing all of the back stitching, straight stitching last, and I'm not sure I'm gonna follow the chart exactly, but we'll talk about that when it gets here. But man, oh man, this has been super duper fun. So while I was at the stitching post, I was chatting with the ladies about what fabric to use. The stockings all call for 25 count, and I like that idea for size, but because these are completely not utilitarian, I just went with something that I liked more. So I went with a 32 count Lugana. It's an even weave. This is very different for me, but I felt like the fabric texture is perfect because it's a little bit more substantial than linen. An even weave is more substantial than a linen. And for a stocking, I thought that was perfect. So I went with, oh shoot, an ivory, I believe this is an ivory even weave. You can see I have a long way to go, but the stocking toe will come down here and then go up and over. So I have just been sitting down every time I have 10 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe not 5 minutes, because you have to find your place first, and 5 minutes might not be enough time to find your place and put some stitches in, but any chance I get, I have been putting some stitches in, and it's been really, really fantastic. One thing that Liz mentioned to me is that Cooler Design Studio has purchased the rights to all of these stockings, and you can now find them, not only the stockings that are in this book, but many more on the Cooler Design Studio website. And she highly recommended buying the PDF of the stocking because the chart was so much easier to read. So at first I was like, okay, well, I have not only the magazine that it originally came from, then I have this, and I made an enlarged working version of the chart to use. And then I was just struggling. I was just really, really struggling. So as Liz suggested, I went online and purchased the PDF download of this stocking, and it's so much easier to use. So if you do plan on stitching one of these along with us, hashtag stitch a stocking style, then maybe do yourself a favor and buy the PDF download, even if you have the book. It was probably like the best thing I did as far as stitching this stocking. So you not only get the, let's see here, the color version of the stocking, nice and clear, which I have referenced so many times. I want to blow this up actually and have just an even bigger picture, but the chart is big, like it's on 12 pages or something. It's broken up really, really large, which has been ideal because, let me show you my working copy. I've been having to color things in to make it work. It's just so much attention needs to be paid to where you're stitching and what you're stitching and what color you're using. So a working copy for me has been an absolute necessity. And as you can see from my piece, I'm kind of like completing. I don't go row by row as some stitchers do. I'm completing. I'm like, okay, there's the dollhouse, a stool. Now I'm moving on to the workbench, and this has been a lifesaver. I plan on going to Michael's in the next day or two and buying more felt tip fine markers so I can continue to fill in as necessary, because there are so many color changes in this stocking. Like I said, it's not quick, but the reward's really, really good. And when I go back and put the back stitching in, I think it will be really great. Here's something that has like completely thrown me off, and I don't understand it, and per the instructions, I still don't understand it. I should say, after reading the instructions, I still don't understand it. There are a lot of, let me find one. There are a lot of stitches in here that have a lot of squares on the chart that have 2 symbols. And I am so confused about how I would do that. Maybe you guys know. I could not find the information on the chart. Let me find one that's really clear. In different colors. Of course, now I can't find one. So I've made a change. Because I'm stitching on 32 count versus 25 count, my stitches are a lot smaller, and I'm completely ignoring this whole like 2 symbols in 1 stitch situation. Where is an example? I see them all over the place, and now I can't find one. But it doesn't make any sense to me, because if you do quarter stitches on even weave, you have 4 blocks, 4 stitches. I don't understand how this would work. I am so sorry. You are now just watching me hunt. Okay. Look at what's highlighted yellow. See that stitch right above my finger? Like half of it's supposed to be 1 symbol and half of it's supposed to be another. How would you even do that? It doesn't work out. So I have been ignoring those. I have been referencing my color picture and my logic and choosing which of the 2 suggestions would work best. Because again, I'm stitching it on a higher count linen, so my stitches are smaller, and I am not about to do a million 1/1 stitches. That would make me not love this project. And also, how do you do that? I don't know. So anyway, excuse me. If you choose to stitch one of these stockings, just know that there are a lot of those scattered in here. I don't know how to attempt to do that. I am just going with the flow and trying to make the best of it. So we'll see how it turns out. So far, I think I am a-okay, but that's just something to have a heads up on. So as long as I am able to keep working on something not work related and something joyful and just for me, you will see progress on this stocking. I plan on doing stockings for all of the people I love. And in fact, I have started looking. I want to have a stocking for my mom and Mare and Joe and maybe me one day. But as I said, the amount of happiness it's bringing me, everybody should have one. So when I was at the Stitching Post, I actually saw a couple dimensions kits, and I almost bought one, and I didn't. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just trying to be mindful of a budget. And you know what it was? This is what it was. The dimensions kits are beautiful, but they all come with Aida, and I don't stitch on Aida, so I felt like I was spending a lot of money for a portion of the kit that I wouldn't use. But then I realized it also comes with the thread, and it's probably just the right amount, and maybe then I wouldn't have had to buy like 50 individual skeins of thread. I don't know. Maybe next time I go to the Stitching Post, I will make a dimensions purchase. I also feel like I see dimensions kits often antiquing or in thrift stores, so you better believe that I am going to be on the hunt for them in the future. I may or may not have already found one I want to stitch for me, which is going to be the very last one that I stitch. I want to stitch all my family and loved ones first, but can I show you? I hope you don't mind. There's one that apparently is out of print because I can only find it on eBay for like $150. So I don't know about this, but oh no, my whole thing just, wow, everything just went black and, oh, okay, still there. Phew. Sorry, technology. It reminds me of Dickens Village. So this is what it is. It's called Winter's Twilight. Isn't that so sweet? I just love it. And then there's another option that also has like Dickens Village-esque vibe, and it is still in print, which makes it way more affordable. It is called, oh gosh, it's not on here. It's like Sleigh Ride at Winter, I don't know, Sleigh Ride something. I'll link it below. Isn't that so sweet too? So kind of a different style because these are dimensions, and the stocking I'm stitching now is Better Homes and Garden, but clearly I am obsessed with the stockings. I invite you to join the sale. Stockings for everyone. They're so festive and happy. So with my new obsession of stockings, I did order myself some Happy Mail. There are things I hoped to pick up at my LNS, but they didn't have them. So I ordered myself a bulk package of DMC Bobbins. You all know I am a bobbinator through and through, and I decided to splurge and get myself the DMC thread number stickers, and I really enjoyed using them. They're small, they are small. So I broke out a pair of tweezers. I use these in my like sticker journaling, but they're perfect for affixing these to the bobbins. And so far I've been just keeping my bobbins in this case, this little cardboard case. My Maker's Buddy stitching case came in this, and I thought it would be perfect to reuse, so I have been reusing it. But I think when I go to Michael's, did I even finish that thought about needing more felt tip markers? I don't know. I'm in like a stocking happy blur. I'm gonna go to Michael's and get more felt tip markers for marking this up because it really helps as I stitch. When I'm at Michael's, I also want to see if they have kind of a mini thread bobbin case, you know, the plastic ones that I use and love, and they're like bead boxes. You can use them for all sorts of things. I've seen smaller versions, and I thought it'd be perfect for putting all of the threads for this stocking stitch in if they have it, because there is quite a collection. I see more stockings in my future, and I thought that'd be great. So you can see I've started labeling some of these. Oh, 467 out of place. So those DMC thread numbers, I want to say they were like $5 on Amazon. I will link them for you below, but I'm so happy to finally have these, and it came 2 in a pack, so that's nice. And I've just been keeping everything organized and lined up and ready for stitching at any time. Okay, is that all I have to say? I'm sorry, I feel like this video is all stocking. I apologize. This week coming up, I have some really fun things going on. I am not only releasing the new designs, as I said, they start shipping on the 23rd, but I have some fun things for the membership coming, and big shipping day. You guys will start to get the new Hello from Liz Mathews collection very soon. But on Tuesday, I am meeting up with my friend Kari of Tiger Lily Designs. We both live on the East Coast, about 2 hours apart. She's in Virginia, I'm here in Maryland. So we're gonna meet halfway and have lunch, do a little shopping, and just spend some time together. I was happy to meet Kari at StitchCon for the first time, although we had chatted long before that. She's the maker of the Project Keepers. She has a sale on the 15th of every month. She has a keeper club. She has patterns for making your own project keepers. She is just a very talented woman. I am so happy to call her a friend, and even happier that we will get to see each other IRL on Tuesday. It's going to be a great start to the week. I can't wait to see her. I'll probably do some stories on Instagram as we get together, and I'm just really looking forward to that. And then as I was mentioning earlier, I do have a girls trip with Liz coming up. We are going to Phoenix, Arizona, I guess Mesa, Arizona, to visit the Attic in September. It's a shop that both of us have always wanted to go to, so we figured we would just have a little girls trip, and we're so much looking forward to getting there, to shopping. I feel like I just said that all wrong. We're so looking forward to getting there, shopping, seeing friends, hanging out poolside. It's going to be a fantastic couple days for us, and included in those couple days is a meet and greet at the Attic. If you are local or have ever planned to make your way to the Attic, then hopefully you can join us on September 15th. It's a Friday from 4 to 7 p.m. Liz and I will be there in shop, chit-chatting with you, shopping, soaking up all of the beautiful inspiration, and I hope that you can join us. So more details are going to go out in Jean's newsletter in the next couple days. You know, she is busy right now. Summer school is happening, and I cannot wait to get to that store. I don't know what I am going to kit up, but I can promise you there will be something. I can't wait to see if she has stockings. Okay. With that, I think I'm going to let you go enjoy your Friday. I apologize for being a little bit scattered today, stocking brained for sure. I hope that you guys have been well, that you have a fantastic weekend, and I will be back with you next Friday for another update. Until then, bye!